Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Saturday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. I feel like I'm doing really good with lighting. I am Sean Azami with SideGigSean.com. And I welcome you to this live. What? Little PK in the house. Hello. Hi, Jenny in the house. You guys are in the house. I feel like I'm doing great with the lighting. How am I doing with the lighting? I think I'm doing great. So this is not, this is real. I am here live earlier. That's funny. And it is actually happening. But I have an interesting one for you today. I heard this story about a week ago, and kind of forgot about it. It's a perfect story for Saturday night. I thought it was such a powerful story. Now I've 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 kind of been good at drawing different feedbacks. You know, thank you for the stars, Jenny. You are the best. So I can kind of argue a different way of things, right? But this is a unique story, and I'm gonna give you a couple different takeaways. Now, um, the way the story ends, it's got a different takeaway than I will give you, but I'll share those with you as well. But I think the story is a great story. I think it's a really powerful story. So, you know, people come and go in your life, and this is about romance, right? And so some people really stand out, right? Some people really feel like they're really special in your life, right? I don't know if you've ever felt that way or not, but maybe I'm the only one. But some people are just kind of stand out. They could be in your life or out of your life, but they just kind of stand out, right? They're kind of special. Well, there is a Persian children book story, okay, that I'm going to translate it. And this story is in a Persian children's book, Farsi children's book, Persian children's book. Anyway, and this story I'm translating from that book. So it's a really cool little story. So in this story, this kid falls in love with a flower, right? And he just adores this flower. And this flower is not exactly very nice, right? It's not a very nice flower. So eventually they just kind of argue, they keep arguing and argue, and the flower says, you know, I am the only flower in this world, and you're not gonna find any other flower like me ever. um Anybody else has heard not this story but this line before? Like, you're never gonna find anybody better than me. Nobody's gonna ever love you like I did. Anybody else? You know, I'm gonna interrupt the story and tell you this, but I wish I kind of had the wisdom I do now. Not that I have all this wisdom, but I definitely have more than what I had like 20 years ago, 10 years ago. I really wish I did, because if I had heard that again, like if I had heard that today, if somebody told me, you know, you're never gonna find anybody like me who's gonna love you like I did, or you know, all this stuff. You'll never find another me. Thank you. You know what I would say today? And some of you know me, and I would really look him in the eye and I say, I really hope not. Why would I want another you? I'm getting away from you. Of course, I don't want anybody like you. I don't want anybody to love me like you, because obviously I'm leaving, you're leaving, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, why would I want anybody like you? But anyway, I didn't have the wisdom back then, so I'm like, oh no. But That's another story. So finally, the flower and this kid, they get to a point of just arguing, and the kid says, you know what, I've had it. He decides to leave the flower. So when he leaves the flower on his journey, if you would, yeah, say on his way, right, if you would. So he gets to a point, and it almost like a whole another world opens up right in front of him. And it's a flower garden. It's like all these different flowers. As he's walking through, he's seeing all different kinds, shapes, colors, heights. Heck, there's some even younger than his own flower. Some are even older, but just all kinds of flowers, right? Now, some of you girls and ladies may not like me for this story, but anyway, it's a good story. So as he's looking around and he sees all these flowers, instead of him getting excited and happy, he actually gets really sad. He gets really, really sad because he remembers his flower saying, you're not going to find any other flowers. I'm the only one. And in a way, he feels like it was a lie. So as he's bummed, he's kind of walking around and he sits down under a tree, and this fox comes walking up to him and kind of, he tells the story. And the fox starts talking about the flowers and, this and that kind, that has been here for this long, and that's for this, and that's this name. And as the fox is talking, the little boy is reminded of something. He thinks to himself, my flower may not be the only flower in this world, but it was my flower, and it was special to me because of the time that we had spent together, the memories that we had shared, that we had put together, the journey that we had walked together. See, I see all these flowers, but I don't have a history, any time spent with them, right? And sometimes the memories and the time spent is what makes really somebody very special, right? Now, that's a very good story. Now, at the same time, I'm going to share a couple other takeaways, because that's a good takeaway. It's a time, the memories that you spend together, right? I get that. But there are times that these memories are no good memories. Like, they're dark memories. They're ugly ones. And they're memories of somebody putting you down, of somebody ridiculing you, somebody not supporting your ideas, your love, your passion, your purpose. Those memories are not worth collecting. So sometimes maybe time to explore, but remember, exploring constantly doesn't give you enough time to build memories. So although you see a gazillion flowers, doesn't mean you're going to be with a gazillion of them, because there's no time, there's no memories collected, put together. You feel me? So even though sometimes it's okay to leave the flower, but it's also okay to take your time and pick the next flower wisely. Like go through certain criterias for yourself, standards, principles, values, morals, right? So that way at least you're not going to repeat history. History repeats itself because why? We don't learn from it, right? We just keep doing the same thing. So sometimes that's what you got to do. Remember, memories, putting together memories, that's special. That's really, that's where it all comes together, because when this is one of the things I look forward with that person in my life, to someday be able to say, do you remember do you remember that time when we went? Oh my God, do you remember when we had that food at that one place? So you can't do that if you're just gonna, right? For me, now that may not be for some of you, but for me, that's like special. That's kind of cool. That's like special. That's neat. That's like a little flavor. You know what I mean? That's like you looking back, you're like, oh yeah, oh my goodness. Do you remember how, like, I don't know, we got stranded at the airport? I don't know. I'm just throwing some stuff up, right? Do you remember we just ran to the restaurant and just 5 minutes before we got there, it closed? Like those things are special. So I suggest you build on those, you work on those. And that's okay. Whether you got to start new and build or you got to build upon, either way, make sure they're good memories, they're positive, they're gonna ignite your soul, they're gonna, like I always say, they're gonna feed your soul, they're gonna motivate, inspire you. And so hopefully with that, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this live. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the stars, Jenny. I don't know if you're actually still on. I don't know who's on, who's not on. So if I didn't call you out or what have you, I apologize. I'm going to go back to the comments and check those out. I appreciate you guys. So if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people here and, spread the love. And I'd love to get your feedback on this one because this one is a kind of a unique one, So if you got an experience like that or you got a different takeaway or feedback, drop them down in the comments below. Let this feed grow. Oh, Jenny is here. You are welcome. And hey, at least I was early. I don't feel bad tonight. You guys, decent hours. I appreciate that. Now I can get back and actually there's a huge UFC fight. You guys know I'm a big UFC fan, so things are gonna get shut down in the next 15 minutes and I'm just gonna chill for the night. So I'm looking forward to that. I made pizza. I shouldn't even say this though, because I was gonna post that. I made pizza, but yeah, so maybe, who knows, maybe I post that. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love and inspiration, value. And I am Sean Azimi with Side Gig Sean, signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.